Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you for joining us here today on the 11th of June of 2025. We are in the chat section with you. Thank you for joining us on this premiere and connecting with us. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on these every Wednesday, these readings that are done every Wednesday. And I'm wishing you well. We're usually looking into twin flame, soulmate, or karmic love connections. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for writing yes please in the last week's love reading. As I did get back to most of you, I will check only the comments beneath last week's reading will get their own personal love message. I suppose you can keep them coming if you want. On this reading, we won't be doing it, so just thank you for commenting and supporting our channel here. Today we're doing La Vera Sibilla. We're going to do a Celtic cross. As you know, I always like to see things from different perspectives. We'll be taking a strictly past, present, future with this How deck. It's a Greek deck. Just strictly past, present, future. Remember, this is a general reading, so may or may not resonate with all of you. Yes, we'll be taking the collective, we'll be taking the love messages for the general public. So if you're connecting with us here, it could be your message. And the angel answers, hopefully Spirit could answer your questions at the end of the reading. I'd just like to let you all know that as from now until early July, we've got the forthcoming Mars from Leo squaring over to Uranus. They're at the last degrees, so Uranus is in Taurus, Mars is in fiery Leo. So we're talking about the people who have got their planets or their angles, their midheaven, their ascendant, let's say, at those last anaretic degrees. Let's say you're born in the last 5 days of the fixed signs of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Okay, and please be very careful, as they can be very dangerous. This is a very dangerous aspect, so slow down. We're going to see a lot in the world. We're already seeing the chaos in California. We're seeing chaos in various parts of the world. Greece is also affected, and I do know some other charts that have got their sun or their moon, let's say, or their ascendant at those anaretic last degrees of the fixed signs. For instance, Turkey, I think it's Ukraine, Greece also. So just keep it in mind, as we're going to see a lot going on in the collective, but also be very careful. Of course, it does make a difference when we put the astrology and your natal chart. So if you have any planets, or as I said, your ascendant, your midheaven, those important angles, right? Your sun, moon, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars, your north node, north or south node, let's say, the nodal axis, at those last anaretic degrees, please be extra careful. Try not to go too far. Take it easy where trips are concerned. Stay away from fires, stay away from mountains, from volcanoes. Stay safe, okay? Stay safe, everyone. And let's just pray for the best, because this is not an easy aspect at all. We could have geological, sudden catastrophes. We can have wars, more wars opening up. They could be collective, but they could be also personal. Do take care. I have posted on Patreon. It's for everyone, so even if you're there for free, you get the details of what this aspect speaks to and who it talks to more so. So do consider joining us on Patreon. I don't want to alarm everyone, but we need to be safe. We need to be very, very careful. Try to plan your trips after the 10th of July, if possible. Let's see. What is going on in love? What's going on in love? Where is love at this time? And remember, Uranus squaring Mars. Uranus is the deal breaker. Uranus is the rebel, the revolt. Uranus square Mars is anger. So there could be big endings, right? Because of frustration, because of ego. Mars in Leo can be ego. Or who's going to be the boss? Who's going to be on top, right? It's like anything can happen. Anything sudden, unexpected. It could also be very freeing. Uranus from Taurus could be a very freeing situation, as Mars from Leo speaks to confidence, leadership, and activity, right? This is my desire. This is my passion. I will lead. I will create. And even if I have to go through the fire, let's say. So anything can happen. For some, even though it's a difficult aspect, personally, for some of you, this could be a breakthrough, okay? More on a collective scale, it's a bit more dangerous, but just do take care, even around the home. Let's see what's going on. What's going on in love, dear Spirit? Thank you for your guidance. And those of you that want to stick around and have a look at our little kitty, Rocky, I'll have him on at the end of the video, so you could see how he's doing. What's going on in love? What's going on in love? What is the karma dharma at this time? Remember, it is the 11th of June. 11 is always a portal for me. But you can also look at this reading as a timeless love reading. Wow. Well, Uranus and square Mars would be helpful in breaking through this prison. This is an imprisoned heart, as you could see, and this is the devil. So we are talking about third-party situations, unhealthy situations, addictive cycles, lots of karma, lots of lessons, lots of maturing. Someone's heart is blocked. Their heart chakra could be typically blocked, or they've closed off their heart, which is saying, I'm not going to, I've been hurt too much. I need to master this. I need to get over this. I need to be the elder, the wiser, and not keep falling into these addictive, unhealthy situations. Or someone's heart or someone's life is out of bounds for you at this time. It's very karmic. Right? Addictive behaviors or addictions. So you could be connecting with someone that is prone to addictive behaviors or even addictions. Addictive love, this could speak to secret love affairs. The devil would be something secretive, something unhealthy, something that is not meant to happen, but everything happens for a reason. Okay, this is Kronos, this is Saturn. Obviously, there are lessons here to be learned, or Spirit is saying be patient. Be patient. Someone needs to find themselves. They've gone through a heartbreak. They're not available to you. Or this could also be saying that at this point in time, because Kronos is the planet of timing, the timing could be now. Remember that Jupiter has just entered Cancer and is squaring over to Saturn, Kronos, where Saturn, Neptune, at the early degrees of Aries, and they're in a square, which is a difficult aspect. Kronos, the law, the taskmaster, the difficult teacher, the limiting barriers where we're not able to get in, right? We're not able to move forward. We're stuck in time, needing to wait, needing to be patient. But Jupiter in Cancer, in an exalted position, squaring over to Saturn, which is in Aries, and Saturn is in a very weak position. He prefers to be opposite in Libra. That's his exaltation. So Jupiter wins. And Jupiter is about seeing the bigger picture. Jupiter is about optimism. Jupiter is about opening up our wings and flying. This square is discomfort. It's getting out of our comfort zone, right? It feels like Jupiter now is trumping Saturn. This is an opportunity. The next 3 months, I would say, as Saturn will be in a weak position in the sign of Aries. It's a time to overcome any limitations and restrictions, but this can also say as well that someone needs to grow up, because Aries is the youth and Saturn is the elder. Someone needs to master matters pertaining to the heart. They need to become more mature. They need to get grounded. They need to understand that life is not a game. They need to be serious. But we also need to have the courage to move towards what we want. Aries is I, me, my. And doing the hard work would be Saturn in Aries. So it speaks to maturity. Let's move forward. Let's take the Celtic cross from the La Vera Sibilla. Why I'm using this deck is we have, I think, a clearer picture. And of course, La Vera Sibilla it's numbered, but it also has illustrations, of course. To me, it's a different perspective instead of using the tarot. And we'll see what comes through. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you for your love always. If you're interested in a personal reading, then don't hesitate to reach out. Our website is divinedebut11.net. And it's beneath the video. Let's see what's going on. What's going on in love at this time as Mars is all fired up. And we're talking about fixed signs. If you're dealing with a fixed sign, they're under a lot of pressure, more than likely, if they're towards the end of the fixed signs, right? Their birthday's towards the end of their sign, then they're not having an easy time of things. And you know, Uranus squaring off to Mars, or Mars squaring off to Uranus, I should say. Mars moves faster. He's got the ability, both those planets have got the ability to break through, to break free with whatever's been stuck. Because fixed signs get stuck in a rut and they need security before they move forward. Let's see what's going on in love. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. We've got the Servant, Donna de Servizio. This is Virgo energy. 3 of Pentacles. In the challenge is the 2 of Cups. Obviously, this has got something to do with work, or there's third parties here, because the 3 of Pentacles, you could be connecting with a love partner through work, but usually in the 3 of Pentacles, we see 3 people. Right, so there's something to do with a helper or a secretary. Something's going on, you know, with third parties, 3 people. This could speak to gossip as well. But logically, Donna de Servizio is someone's right hand. So she could be an advisor if you're dealing with someone that has got their own business. If this is their secretary, this is their right hand. It could be a best friend, let's say, if they work in the same place. Work has got something to do with it. And the church, because the 3 of Pentacles shows a church, maybe Spirit is saying you're on show, you're being noticed, you're being valued, your person is looking at you, thinking whether they will take the next step with you. The challenge is the 2 of Cups. We've got the Casa, and the Casa is the home. I mean, this could be, if this is not the home, it could be a business. It could be a corporate business. But it could also have to do with someone's home, someone's family. It could be their family of heritage. So being on the same page emotionally is the challenge here. Seeing things from the same level, at the same level, is a bit of a challenge here. Let's see what's crowning the reading. We've got an entrepreneur, someone who's got their own business. They could be into import, export, business dealings with global companies. This is the merchant, mercante. So obviously this is someone that's in sales, more than likely. It looks like this person, and Scorpio comes through because it's a 13. They may have strong Scorpio in their chart, but looks like they're putting a lot of thought into the future relative to your connection. They may also have issues with business. Where are you coming from in the deep past? Six of Pentacles and Pensiero, which is like the Hermit for me. The Virgo energy comes through again. This could be an advisor, a lawyer, a doctor. We see that this is someone that they've got a lot to do with paperwork and things like that. So you're either dealing with someone who more than likely sits behind a desk. They've got advisors. They've got important people around them that help them move forward. They've got people that serve them. So I feel like we're talking about someone who holds a bit of a leading position in what they do daily. Maybe in the past, because the Hermit can speak to someone that's more internalizing, right? Not so out there, very thoughtful about what they're doing, their emotions, maybe not communicating as much. I mean, Six of Pentacles, this could be in the past. If there is a third-party situation, your person may have been in a lot of thought as to what they're going to do if they are in another connection, because this could be a lawyer, this could be an agreement, this could even have been a magistrate. Let's say if someone got married in the registrar and not, in a church. Someone having put a lot of thought into taking the next step. It had a lot to do with Six of Pentacles is like equalizing energy, right? So giving, receiving. I mean, Six of Pentacles is like Libra, and Libra is partnerships, relationships. It could be marriage, it could be business partnerships, but had a lot to do with the energy flow. Remember, Six of Pentacles shows someone that's in a position that they pay others, but they're investing in one particular person and not so much the other, giving the other person breadcrumbs. So a lot of thought has gotten into a lot of internalizing, possibly also seeking advice. Now, I don't know if this is advice from their higher self, someone having gone through a spiritual awakening, or having someone that is advising them, someone that is very close to them, someone that they trust. Could be their doctor, right? Someone thinking very strongly about balancing out the scales where finances, partnership and relationships are concerned. So we'll see. We'll take more cards. Let's not get stuck only on one card. Recent past. And I'm going to say also that there is a possibility here that there was unequal giving and receiving, giving back and forth between you and this person, which may have put you in a hermit mode, let's say, and being very worried that why aren't they reciprocating, even if you were aware that they were in another relationship. If they were, the flow of energy there was a lot of worry around that, and much inequality. Now, interesting, we've got a lot of male figures here and we've got a female here. So I don't know if we should look at the gender, but generally speaking, the domestico, number 11, domestico has got to do with someone being very close to your person. It could be the right-hand man, their helper, someone who does their garden. If this is someone that has got someone doing their gardens, let's say, someone who helps them around the house. So it could be a servant. We've got donna de servizio. We've got like two servants here. So we are talking about someone that is in a position where they've got people that help them, people that advise them. So we are talking about someone that's quite important. And in the Sibilla, La Vera Sibilla, we do have the Viaggio, which is like a VIP. So, doesn't necessarily have to mean that everyone is in a top-notch position and they've got the money and they've got everyone working for them, but they've got people that are around them that are there to serve them. And it could be just luck, it could be potluck, it could be their dharma, whatever the case. The domestico would be the butler, someone that's there to help, to serve. But in this here, because it says nemico, which is like an enemy. So instead of someone being there close to them, serving them, being their right hand, and there being total trust, there isn't trust because this butler is working on their behalf. So trust issues. There have been trust issues with someone that's very close to them and in their home. I don't know if it's a partnership. I don't know if it's a servant. It could be anyone. It could be, let's say, it could be a brother that's always around, that's jealous, that there's distrust, anything like that. It will be a different situation for each. Okay, so we see a lot of worry, distrust, lots of thought, looking towards the future. The Two of Cups are in the challenge position, but right now there's the ability to expand, to go to the next level. It's not a big jump though, right? So there are helpful energies at this time. It could be an actual person that's there. She could be someone that knows about your relationship and is there to help. Unless this is your energy and you are someone that's coming from a place of love, that's always been there, dependable, you've been there for them, you've been their best friend, right? You always wanted what's good for them. It will be different for each. Let's go to the near future. We've got the Four of Swords and the Ammalato, low morale, abandonment of morale. This is depression. This is a lot of heavy worry. This is someone, remember the Four of Swords? Someone can't move. They've gone through a heartbreak. There are third parties. Someone needs to heal. Someone psychologically is not well. It could be psychologically, it could be physically. But this could also speak to exhaustion or just very negative thinking. That I'm depressed, I can't see things working out, I need time. What's on the mind of the soldier? The soldier that's come from battle, which is the Four of Swords. I mean, we do see someone lying on the coffin, which is, it's like someone thinks that this is over, that it's finished. So what's the point in me putting more energy into this? It's over. Or the thought is, I can't do this. Why? As I said, Four of Swords comes after the Three. So there are other parties. This could be a love triangle. This could be two people being in two different relationships. Right? I mean, if this is you, then you may have turned your back on a marriage partner yourself. Someone that you don't trust, that's close to you and around your house. So we could see it like that as well. Let's look at the position of you. Yeah, you are loyal. Fidelta, the dog, Nine of Cups. I mean, they're your wish fulfillment. There's someone that you've always wanted, someone that always made you feel so good, so happy. You are the loyal friend. Now, maybe you're upset if you've been friend-zoned. Sometimes relationships, this can happen to relationships. But you are devoted. You are seriously devoted. And your devotion and your insistence on being there, holding them up when they need help, trusting, believing, and just carrying out, not sort of, because the servant is, remember, the servant always will stand behind its leader. Okay, so the leader walks first and then the servant comes behind. So you are a follower. You are a follower, and it's as though you're there for them. You always have been. You've known what you want, that you were loyal from day one. But also you're feeling as though you're losing a fighting battle. Let's see what's going on in your environment, which could be the position of your person. Who are they? Constanza, something constant and unchanging. The Ten of Cups. To me, the Constanza card is very much like the Temperance card, with the sun breaking through in the background, similar to the Temperance card. Ten of Cups is someone maybe that's had it really good in their life, or someone that is in a family situation which could be coming to an end, because the Ten of Cups turns into the Ace of Cups. But also, to me, the Constanza looks like a place that is very strong energetically, a place where there's a lot of sun, there's mostly sunny most of the year, has got lots of ancient ruins, so your person may be residing in a place like that. Or your person is constantly looking for their bliss and their happiness. I don't know that they've found it. I'm not reading reversals. Interesting that you're the Nine of Cups and they're the Ten of Cups. We'll see with more cards. Your person could also be someone that's traveled the world, that's traveled many places. They're very familiar with many places in the world. They're people who like to travel, and they like the warm climate, or they're residing in a place where there's most of the time there's sun. Let's see what is in the hopes and fears. Change and hope, that there won't be any battles. I mean, it's the Five of Swords, which usually shows three parties. Someone's hoping that this is not over. This could also be on the mind of your person. Scorpio comes through. But someone is also fearing getting into a battle and getting tinged, hurt, a hurt reputation as well. If you're dealing with someone that is someone that's renowned or well known in their community, we're dealing with someone that's been successful, this could be fear of change as well. So you could be dealing with someone that's very fixed. They've got a lot of fixed energy in their chart. The Five of Swords is the gift of the gab, someone that can get themselves out of any mess. But in actuality, it feels like your person fears finding themselves in deep water concerning others. Like someone who does not like the negativity, the conflict, even though they could be very intelligent. And it could be someone that is used to being in court, let's say. Someone that's very experienced with legal matters. I don't know how that resonates, but because the Five of Swords shows the person that can take the swords off the others. They will win in any battle because they've got the gift of the gab. They know their surroundings. They've got a very intelligent mind, but they can also be very cutting. So they try to steer away from trouble, but if they really need to, they won't shy away from a challenge. Either that, or they've got very intelligent solicitors behind them, let's say. Because your person likes happiness, they're constantly looking for happy times and turning away from challenges. So if that could be another reason why this person's heart is protected or blocked, because that could be another reason that your person doesn't want to have troubles, doesn't want to get in the mud and get, down and dirty. They steer away from things like that. Or because the devil could also be a narcissistic connection, an addictive cycle that someone's been in. I don't know if it's your person or if it's you, or if this is a twin flame. It could be, you could be mirroring each other. And remember, Kronos is the planet of timing and karma. Some karma needs to be released. Kronos says when the time is right. Until then, someone's heart needs healing. Someone needs to have their heart released, healed, and possibly also not suppress their emotions. Because if you're dealing with someone that is mature, let's say, or in a position of power or responsibility, an open heart could be a sign of weakness. Let's see what the possible outcome is. We've got news that comes through in the near future, and it's good news. The mensajero, this is the postman coming from from a place that's quite far, or it's taken longer than what you expected. The communication has taken or will take longer than what you expect. And it's interesting, today's the 11th of June, and this is 11. So we've got a positive 11 and a negative 11. I mean, the red 11 is the positive. The black 11 to me is a difficult portal. So there is promise here in the future. And, back in the days we had postmen, they did it by foot, But to me, this could also speak to physical distance, being at a physical distance, and news taking its sweet old time. Why? Because Kronos doesn't admit it to come sooner. Someone needs to get over some issues, a sense of loss. Two of Cups is a soulmate connection, of course. But as I said, it's in the challenge position. So 2 is balance, 3 is a crowd. And we see the 4 of Swords here. Someone feels like they're left out, or they've gone through a heartbreak, or they've gone through a breakup, possibly. But they need their time. And we've got the 4 of Swords and then the 5. So we do see movement and change. Let's see what's at the bottom. And we've got the Il Nemico. So there is an enemy. This is a difficult portal. It's black 11. We've got the Il Nemico, the snake. The snake could be the enemy, the competition, the poison. It does bring up the Scorpio energy, of course. The Il Nemico, though, for me in the Sibila, seems to be running away. So it feels like the poison, the negativity is like trying to move away. There's a lot of jealousy, so obviously there are third parties here. And the 8 of Swords is like someone that's in a prison, just like the prison cell on his heart here. So there's jealousy. Obviously, there are regrets. And Scorpio comes through very strongly. And Scorpio, the downside to Scorpio can be deep jealousy, deep secrets, mysteries, or it's just the energies that are playing out. Now, we are reading this on this full moon in Sagittarius, which has happened just after the moon has, passed through Scorpio. What's beneath that? We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the stanza, the room, things going on behind closed doors that you may not be aware of. All this is a card of intimacy. If we're talking about, it could be you that you're in another connection and your person is very jealous. I get a lot of jealousy here. Possibly because they are not aware of what's going on in your personal life, in your intimate life. There's a lot of jealousy here. And as I said, the namiko is, the animosity is moving away. But through challenges, we've got an 8 of swords and 11 here. We don't have 11 swords. So, you know, the 11 of swords, we can look at it as the, because the 9 of swords is the end. It's the cycle that's closing. So, and then the 10 of swords turns into the ace, plus the 11th sword, that's 2 swords. So it could speak to dilemmas for me. Let's see what the advice is before we take more cards. For those of you on Patreon for the love readings, today we are finishing up with the Aries and the Taurus love reading. So the rest are all up. Thank you for your patience. The astrology month ahead of June is up. The full moon has been done, the full moon in Sag. So we're practically up to date now. Those of you on YouTube that are here supporting this channel through your comments, your likes, your shares, your donations, and your general love and support and loyalty. Just so you know, the June love readings that are from Patreon will be released to the public here on the 20th of June. So you'll have the love readings after patrons. Patrons do support us, keep the channel running, so they do get the love readings for the month before the general public does. I wish I had more time to do more. At the moment, not enough time to do more here on YouTube. We'll see. Let's see what the advice is relative to love. Dear Spirit, thank you, Archangel Michael, for your advice. Thank you for your love and your advice. And we've got healer of the ages. So something or someone needs healing here. We've got a 51. 51 to me is the age of philosophy. It's the return cycle of Chiron, which Chiron could be needing to find a resolution, but we're working with this open wound. The open wound could be a psychological wound. It could be something that we've, our soul's purpose, our soul has come into this incarnation to learn, to work with, and through our own wounds become healers for others. But it did come through in the reverse. So for me, that says in the near future there will be healing. Okay, pay attention. It does turn to a 6. 6 could be June, or 6th of June has already passed. So pay attention to the 6th of the next month of July, which is when this aspect sort of finishes, the Uranus-Mars collision, let's say. Let's read 51 and see what that's about. Could be, Chiron could be a wound, a childhood wound, or someone's wound relative to their upbringing, but also someone going through the age of philosophy. The age 51 could be important for some of you. Let's read the reverse message. When reversed, the healer of the ages indicates that you've been feeling extremely out of sorts or even upside down in your own life. You may be in the midst of some physical problem or just feeling as though you're losing energy. But this card is telling you that there are deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed. Take some time to regroup and put your own healing first. Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns. Wow. So on point, right? This card and that card, so on point. Addictive patterns, call upon the healer of the ages to bring his energy to the issues you're working on. Quiet your mind and feel his vibration, bringing you warmth and healing light, clearing away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation and be patient, yet also know that divine love can heal you in the blink of a belief. Let's read the affirmation. The powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I am whole, healthy, vital, and at peace. or someone here, or both parties need healing. And knowing the astrology, looking at the energies, it is very obvious that at this time things are not easy. Let's take more cards before we look into the emotional situation. Let's put this as the general energy down. We do have some divine source help here. This is a friend, this is a co-worker, or these are just the energies that are we've got some positive aspects going on for the ability to expand, to take the next level up. Yeah, interesting, we've got the same card twice, and it's just one of those things that I've kept, because I've got 2 decks of La Vera Sibilla, and it's incredible, because I keep saying that I will take the second Constanza out, and I haven't done that. I guess everything happens for a reason. So right now, there's help for someone that's coming out of a family unit, someone that's could be someone that is visiting a place, having gone somewhere, taken a holiday, needing to heal, or this is someone having help and needing nurturing, loving, and self-love, I get here. This could also be a friend or someone that's very close to your person that is coming in. It could be your energy. You can flip the messages coming in to help lift them up, because where love is concerned, there are imbalances here. Let's look at the house in the challenge. Yeah, and we've got the Hierophant, Sacerdote, and this is the card of marriage. This is the card of beliefs. We could be talking about a spiritual connection, but the Hierophant is also someone that's very traditional. Taurus comes through, so we do have strong fixed signs here. Scorpio, Taurus, more so. And it's a number 13. 13 is like the death card. Scorpio comes through as well. We do see the Hierophant holding secrets. So there are family secrets, marital secrets. This could be a secret soul connection with someone that's in another spousal agreement, marriage, or living arrangement, right? So the challenge is to keep things on the hush-hush, or the challenge is that there's not enough clarity about what's going on in possibly in your person's life, in their marriage. Lots of secrets, lots of revelations that will be coming through, which will bring a possible ending and a restart, let's say, to a situation here. Because as I said, the Ten of Cups is the 10 of hearts. 10 of Cups turns into the Ace. Why do we have the Pensiero? What's all this worry about here? So we've got Superbia. This could be a spiritual connection, or to me, this is 2 people that come from 2 very different worlds. One is much more spiritual, and the other is much more hands-on, more about the physical, the physical, tangible. Because the Superbia is like, I've got everything in my life that I need. I've been very lucky. Yes, it can be a spiritual connection. The Superbia, remember the feathers of the male peacock, they are very much about a spiritual connection, about, connection to spirit, luck, abundance. So maybe again, in the financial department, there are 2 people that are very different, but they also do share a spiritual connection, I would say. Yes, Pensiero to me is like very humble, the Virgo energy, the Hermit, someone that's not so much about the physical, but more about the service, right? The Virgo energy, hardworking, so on and so forth. The Superbia here is, I've had everything laid out for me. I've had the red carpet rolled out for me. I've been lucky. So I do hold a little bit of ego. Just a moment. I think my daughter's just come back from her trip. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. All is great. Okay, so let's continue. I was talking about these cards here. I also have someone that's doubting whether this is a spiritual connection or not. Okay, I was going to take this card on the next position on the domestico there, and we've got the gelosia. So a lot of jealousy. There are third parties here. There are also regrets about possibly being with someone that was working on their own behalf, that was serving themselves and not there to serve the purpose of the relationship. But also someone feeling like they are in a wrong connection because it's the Eight of Swords. Someone's having put their heart in a cell, right? In a prison. Why? Because there are trust issues. Someone not being totally truthful and clean. Let's take one more on that. But we've got Amore, and this is Cupid, and Cupid is the child that was born from Venus, we know, Aphrodite and Aries. So this is a love child, and the love child, Cupid, does strike people with his poisonous arrow, and his poisonous arrow makes them fall head over heels in love and not be able to break free. So that's probably why we've got the Master card there. But also maybe there has been a creation of a love child or a particular child having played a major role. As what's made things difficult relative to your relationship, possibly also to the person that you're dealing with. Let's see what the Merchant is thinking about. Okay, sospiri, torment. This is speranza. Sospiri, speranza. Attesa, speranza. I would love it if you would tell me what that means, if you do understand what the Sibillas are talking about. They are Italian. So she's in torment. She's waiting on her ships to come in. There could be physical distance between the two of you as well. And the torment is possibly also if there's been no connection, no communication. As you could see, we've got a feminine and a masculine that have got their backs turned to each other. Six of Swords is I'm hoping to move away from any troubles, and I'm hoping to be able to take a trip, but possibly business and responsibilities will not let me. The only way that I can get out of this torment, says the Merchant here, is emotionally if I check out of where I am, or because I haven't found, this is the Eight of Cups. It is a card of hope, but it's a card of fear as well. Where am I heading to emotionally? If I do take this journey, it could be a physical, it could be an emotional, will I find those Two of Cups? Because obviously the Two of Cups are in the challenge position here. So love has been a challenge. Okay, let's look at the near future with the Ammalato. And we've got the Ace of Cups and a pleasant conversation around a very positive meeting. Someone needs their time before this meeting can take place, before this positive conversation can take place, before this new beginning can take place. It is the Ace of Cups. Now, this could be family, this could be a meeting between you and your person. So in the near future, things can change suddenly from the Ammalato, which is I've lost hope, I think it's over, to a new possibility of a meeting and a get-together, which can bring a lot of happiness, a possible new beginning. Wow, but someone has to get through the Nine of Swords, the blockages, the prison. And maybe this is saying, because this is a Cronian Saturnian card, which is saying that what's blocking me are my responsibilities, my karma is blocking me. And this could speak to time as well, or it could be the physical distance, or it could be a timely distance, that someone still has things that they need to get overcome before this meeting could take place. This could be a plan or a strategy as well, because someone's not sleeping well at night. Nine of Swords is I'm twisting and turning in my bed. Something to do with worry relative to this new beginning, this meeting. And this meeting can also be blocked by others, a group of people, a family, whatever it is, or even just karma. Let's look at the position of you with the Fidelta and the Nine of Cups. So we've got Dottore, so the doctor, and the number 13 again brings up the Scorpio energy. Doctor, and it speaks to arrogance here. So someone going through healing relative to an arrogant person situation. I don't know if you've been dealing with someone that was arrogant, self-serving. That could be something as well here, because it is like 13 is like the death card, remember. But this is also the doctor, which speaks to healing. Healing would come through devotion, through love, and through being humbled and not being on their high horse. So if you're coming from a place of a bit of arrogance, if you hold some fixed energies in your chart as well, Spirit is like advising, saying stay true, stay loyal, and leave the arrogance behind you. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for you. Let's take one more. And we've got the butterfly here, leggerezza. Leggerezza feels like you and your life has been going through a metamorphosis. You've been, the caterpillar going through the chrysalis, and the butterfly does speak to freedom. It speaks to rebirth. It speaks to, and there's a sexual connotation here, and it's the 10 of Wands, which is like you're coming to the end of a heavy burden. Now, issues relative to friendship versus sexuality, loyalty, where intimacy is concerned, and issues such as those may be coming up. Feels like in your life you're going through a big change, my dear friends. Here you're going through healing, and obviously you've been through a dark stage in your life. Remember, the 10 of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands, which is a very strong sexual or even energetic, let's say, an energetic beginning or opportunity. The Ace of Wands is also like the light coming on. So some information is going to come through that's going to bring up also issues of infidelity, I want to say. Why? Because the butterfly goes from one flower to the other, and of course the butterfly does take the pollen from one flower to another. So maybe you've got the ability to create, to bring more happiness, more bloom. And maybe you are someone that gives off a lot of love, that loves unconditionally. You're a loyal friend. You're a loyal person, and maybe Spirit wants to gift you with a rebirth, right? And taking the heaviness from you, giving you an opportunity for a new beginning, and bringing in a lot of information possibly that was also hidden because of the Scorpio energy here. Let's see what the Constanza and your person, what's going on with them. So we've got a Giovina Fanciulla. This could be another relationship that your person is in. The Giovina Fanciulla could be someone that's, she's the young maiden. Could be someone that's a bit younger than you. She is a number 12, and 12 could speak to the Pisces energy. Pisces could be unconditional love, but Pisces could also be deception, lies. But the Giovina Fanciulla, to me, is like a possibility of your person also going through like a rebirth. Why? Because they're going through a purification. The Giovina Fanciulla does speak to the Virgin. So there's a sense of purity, purification, and change and newness relative to your person, unless this is a daughter that they have, or a younger sibling, someone that's there to serve, or as an energy, it speaks to newness, because we've got a 10 here, 10 of cups. Let's see. And we've got the militare. The militare is like a difficult aspect here. 10 of swords. The militare is the warrior, the soldier that's on a mission. 10 of swords is the ending to the heavy burden, but also someone that's on a mission that's not sharing it with others. Lots of secrecy. Secrecy comes up. Also, with the 10 of swords, it can speak to betrayals. Let's see, we've got a couple of 10s here. Remember, to me, the militare, he's climbing that mountain, so it's all about going through a maturing process. And we've got allegrezza al cuore. So there's possible infidelity relative to your person and what's going on, because we do see 1 feminine, 2 masculine. It's the 5 of cups, which possibly says as well that your person could be dealing with someone younger, that they've got regrets because there's been betrayal. Their life has been going through darkness. They're going like through a purification process. Something new is trying to come through, but they're still on a mission and they're not sharing that with others. Remember, the 10 of swords turns into the ace of swords, which is about cutting out, clearing. The ace of swords is a victory card, that your person is trying to climb this mountain, is needing to go through, a mastering process relative to matters of heart. They're needing to mature, and what they're going through, maybe they're not sharing. So they do have regrets because they're focusing on past grievances. Remember, the 5 of cups is 3 cups are spilt, but the 2 cups are still standing. And to me, this is saying that your person will make it to the top of that mountain and there will be celebration. Okay? And it's hard for them to get over past grievances, past regrets. And it's someone who keeps looking to the past. But we've got the fortuna, the wheel of fortune. Your person could be someone that's successful, or they're going to be successful in their ventures or in their what they're trying to manifest with this huge mountain that they're needing, this huge lesson that they're going through. 5 of Wands is, remember, 5 of Wands, it's like trying to build on something but not being on the same page with others. It could be family feud. It could be disagreements with others in business, in family. Couple of 5s, they're going through lots of changes. This is Jupiter, and Jupiter has entered Cancer, where he's exalted, so he'll bring major gifts. Cancer does speak to the past, does speak to family. Jupiter can speak to justice, legalities, dealings with people from overseas, foreigners, but also lots of truths and lots of luck and endings through much change. We've got 10, 10 and 2 5s here. And 12, remember, is the natural Pisces house, which can speak to karma, releasing, surrendering, finishing up a life cycle. We've got the fortuna here. And to me, the fortuna is like someone going through a stormy time. In Greek, fortuna means stormy weather. Thunder, lightning, so on and so forth. Fortuna also means luck, I think, in Italian. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The wheel of fate turns, so your person is going through major changes where their fate, their karma, their destiny is concerned, and the timing is now. Okay, because remember, the fortuna is also divine timing. It's Jupiter in Cancer, which will bring up lots of issues relative to the past, lots of truths concerning someone's home, their family situation, where they reside, and lots of truths relative to someone's secretive emotions. Love, nurturing, and forgiveness is necessary with Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. It does. Remember, Cancer is the crab, which has an outer shell, but they hide their softness inside from their internal self. So someone trying to put on a brave face, even though they're sensitive. Let's see what the Morte speaks to. Yeah, Vedovo, we see someone, this is someone in solitude. They're going through a loss, right? This is the widower and it's the Three of Swords. So, obviously, if this is your person, then this is what's on their mind. They're crying over a loss, a breakup that they've gone through. It's like they're putting something to rest. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, lots of swords. So your person is thinking very negatively. Maybe they're needing to make peace with the past and continue moving forward. Or maybe you're dealing with a fixed sign, someone that did not get into another relationship to, to come out of it. Someone that is more traditional, even though following traditions could have been a little bit difficult for your person. I mean, air comes through. We do have strong air. So Aquarius would be the fixed air sign. Fixed is a particular way of thinking. But remember, Aquarius can also be the breakthrough, because Aquarius is also ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is transiting through Taurus, affecting the fixed sign, so bringing change, and someone doing things very untraditionally, and if they haven't been able to make the changes, then Uranus has come in and slapped them with big changes, which is a bit of a shock to the system for them if you're dealing with someone that is very fixed. Let's see what the Messaggero, the news coming in. We've got Omaggio de Preziosi, the precious gift, Eight of Pentacles, and 11 Pentacles. Lots of earth, which speaks to stability, something long-term, but also being grounded, working hard towards this precious gift. And the news that comes in could be the gift, not an actual physical gift. The news could be of travel. If someone is traveling in, they could also be holding a physical gift as well, which will be very precious, very valuable. Or the gift is the news that someone's ready to put work into releasing any blockages, and releasing any wounding, any pain, any limitations, possibly any limitations that they've put up themselves because of fear of not being able to cope with something, or something is out of bounds. I mean, Uranus through Taurus at this time, squaring off to Mars. There is no, I can't do this. You can do this. And if you can't do this, Spirit is going to do this for you. And what is doing this? It speaks to change, getting unstuck, following one's heart. Wow, we've got Delirante, and Delirante is a neutral card. It's the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, lots of Virgo energy. Virgo is about service, about being humble, about being grounded, about putting in the work. Virgo is very motherly, remember. We do have the South Node of the Moon in Virgo, which is saying it's hard work. It takes work to get out of the South Node, out of your comfort zone, the South Node of the Moon, and look towards the North Node in Pisces. So get out of the mundane, get out of the physical, get out of the my life is only work and nothing else, and move towards the Pisces North Node, which is a Jupiterian, opportunistic, expansive and lucky time through the energy of Pisces, which is I need to believe, I love unconditionally. Love is sacrifice, and without sacrifice there is no love. But up to a certain point, let's not throw out the South Node in Virgo and just go with the North Node. Let's find the middle ground. So deliriousness is what's coming through. This is losing it. The news that's coming through, Nine of Pentacles could say that I am single, right? That I'm on my own. But also someone is receiving help from their friends, or someone's going out and celebrating, having a few extra drinks, that now they can take this journey. And this could also be when they've had a few more drinks than they would normally. This is when they send out the message. And someone is seriously delirious at that. Oh my God. That is the cherry on the cake. We've got a reunion here, everyone. 8 of Wands. The news is someone is flying in. Someone wants to return. Someone wants that meeting. And I get the goosebumps as I say that. Remember, my friends, this is a general reading and will not resonate for everyone. But generally speaking, this is what's showing up in the future. We've got falsita. Falsita can speak to jealousy, distrust, but also, I cannot believe what's going on. Pinch me because I don't believe it unless I see it. Falsita is falsehood, someone not being totally truthful. We've got a feminine energy here that's distrusting, that could be sneaky as well. She could be a third person. But Four of Pentacles, remember, is I hold back on my emotions. I don't trust easily. Yeah? Let's see what the Il Nemico speaks to. We've got Amica. Amica is the marriage card. It's the 4 of Wands. Amica is also the best friend. It's also, it can speak to legalities, support through friends, marrying a best friend, finding one's harmony in their life, being stable. Okay? And the poison is going away, we see here. And we've got there is the Ace of Pentacles stanza. The news comes into the room about what's been secretive. This is a very strong sexual energy as well. If not only sexual, it could be more emotionally intimate. The news comes in when you least expect it, of an opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, for something long term. Oh my God, there they are. Here is our Gran Signore. Here they are. And we see them turning their back to someone that was very distrustful, or someone that was sneaky, possibly. Okay, so they do hold a little bit of distrust. Maybe they don't fully trust, if this is your energy here. But remember, trust is an energy which people do pick up. They do pick up on, they do pick up if you're not trusting, that they will not trust you fully. But also, to me, this is like your person is throwing caution to the wind and they're turning their back on distrust. It feels like they're going to trust moving forward, I feel. Or also turning their back on someone that was not trustworthy. And let me just close the window. And if your person was distrusting and not open with their emotions and their feelings and what's going on in their house and in their life, then they're turning their back to that. It's like saying they're throwing caution to the wind. I'm now going to be fully trusting. I'm going to be open, and what the heck, whatever happens. So that's because they're looking at the news. You see, even the 2 of Pentacles is like things being up in the air. I'm going to do this. I mean, this is a 13, so Scorpio comes through again. Lots of love. This is past the 10 of Cups, right? It's big changes where emotions are concerned, or even the opening of someone's heart, someone's blocked heart, someone's imprisoned heart, and someone having matured and knowing what they need to do. Let's see. We did see the Artista there. And the Artista is a discovery. Things coming to light that were very unknown. The Artista is the crazy scientist. I don't know if this is because I get strong Aquarius energy here. This could be a past partner. We do see lots of... remember we said about air here. Lots of air. Aquarius, Pisces I get here, because there's some sort of a discovery. But the Artista is also someone very intelligent, someone being able to figure things out that were very unclear, unless this is someone that could be very cutting, very deceiving, a past partner. I don't know if it's your partner. It could be your Gran Señora's competition. Let's look at the strictly past, present, and future. Prepare your questions for spirit. I am taking reversal in these cards. Past, present, future. Remember, this is a general message, so may not resonate for all of you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. We will not be doing the yes please today. We'll give it a little bit of a break. Those of you that are commenting beneath, you may be chosen for a free Lenormand email reading. And those of you that have received, please comment beneath and say, thank you so much for my reading, because some people may think that we're not doing this anymore, but we are choosing people that comment randomly. And thank you for commenting and letting us know that you appreciate your free reading. Let's see, past, present, future. Okay. Oh, we've got a difficult meeting in the future. We've got doubts in love right now. And we've got a snake. There are third parties here. The snake can speak to Scorpio, changes, metamorphosis, jealousy. We've got jealousy, doubts, and a difficult seeing a meeting in the future through a difficult lens. Not being able, because there are doubts here and there are third parties. So these cards are giving us an alert that things are not easy right now. Let's take a peek. Okay, we've got someone that's coming out of a marriage. They're the wedding vows, let's say. Something is finishing up with, we've got an ending here to animosity, to the poison, to third parties, to the other woman. Are you the other woman? Or is this your competition, the snake? And this can also speak to the end of intimacy, emotional, physical. And in the future, we've got the black heart, so there's a disappointment here. Someone's having gone through a disappointment, but it feels like this is like we're coming to the end of the poison. Someone's coming out of a relationship where there were huge doubts. Someone needs their heart to be healed. Okay, so that's what we get in those cards. That's what they're giving us. That's what I'm telling you. Let's see in the emotional department what's coming through. So around the 11th of June, or whenever you get to view this, recognition of this connection, release, new direction, union, free will. To me, this is another relationship that's going through a release. Someone's taking a new direction because there's a union here, a divine union. Someone is taking, this is the free will. This is the Uranian energy. I'm finding my freedom because I'm following my heart. And the signs are all screaming out, this way, this way. What's at the bottom here? And we've got shadow work still that's going on, but your relationship is going through an ascension process, but it's going in bits and pieces. We see the barrier, the blockages here. The conclusion is the key. So working through an open wound, the key is the way to heal, to resolve. This is the key to this barrier, this door that's up, that's locked. But doing the hard work will help this relationship go through an ascension process. We also see, like the Six of Swords here, there is physical distance between the two of you, and there's still shadow work that needs to be done. Still things that need to be released, poison that needs to leave. Remember, the healer of the ages was in the reverse. Now, time-wise, very hard to pinpoint, remember. Let's see if Spirit will not answer your questions, cannot answer your questions. we go. No without an exclamation mark. So someone having doubts about saying no. Ask your angels. Peaceful resolution within the next few months. Ask for help from others. No need to worry. Take action. Yes with an exclamation mark, and you're ready. And yes again. So we've got 2 yes and 2 no, but the no's are more towards the now. The yes come more towards the future. And wait. So someone needs to be patient. Patience is a virtue, my friends, but do trust your instinct. Don't listen to what I'm telling you relative to your own personal journey. If you've waited forever and your person is not showing up, don't wait for the ghost. Okay? Trust your instinct. Trust what's happened. Take time out. Meditate. Think. The answers are all within you. They're not within me here. Remember, this is a general reading, and even in personal readings, the reader can be wrong. There's always that. I will never tell you that 100% what I've told you in your personal readings will be true. There's always free will. There's always room for error. I want to be truthful with you. I want to be honest with you. We are not gods. Your higher self needs to tell you which way you need to go. And I don't want to be giving false hope to anyone. Okay? Let's go. Let's get into the head of your person. Hopefully we're connecting with your person. I'm ready to take the next step with you. That was the the Donna di Servizio, the first Sibilla that came out, the 3 of Pentacles. Please forget me was a mistake. See, this is a step, 2 steps forward and 1 back. Babe, I love you so. You stole my heart and my happiness. I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down to one person. If you're still interested, call me. You grew a flower in my heart, which I call love. We've come a long way, and you've proven your devotion to me. I love you. You are the devoted one. I will never forget you. I will always love you. I want to marry you. I want to share my life with you. So there are different and opposing energies here with I love my freedom, right? But here, this is someone that wants to settle down. I want a commitment. I want to have a family with you. I need stability. Let's do this. I want you in my life today, tomorrow, and forever. I prefer to be friends. You can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. And, well, someone may be rethinking this. And I feel like a fool for leaving you. I don't need your love no more. That's a very egotistical and wounded message. You do know that their ego has been wounded greatly and that they are in grave pain. Okay, my dear friends, thank you so much for connecting with us here. Thank you for your love always. Stay and watch. I'm going to go and bring a little Rocky now. And if you're interested in a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out. Do comment. I will randomly choose at least 3 people in the next couple of weeks for personal email love readings done with the Lenormand deck. But I need to have your email so that I can send that out to you. So if you haven't connected with us and I don't have your email, then I don't know where to send the reading. So I will not be choosing you. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'll be back. I'll just go and get little Rocky now. And thank you so much for everything that you do. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Yes, I am Rocky. I'm the little kitty that's come back from death twice. Oh, this is so interesting, isn't it, Rocky? He's so beautiful. He's such a doll. He's running around now. He's grown taller. He's still very tiny in comparison with our other cats. Generally, he's going to be a small build, I believe. But he's grown tall all of a sudden. He's climbing stairs. He's eating well. Ftuftu. That's what we Greeks do. So as we don't jinx, no, you can't eat the lights. You can't eat the lights, Rocky. You can say hello to everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm a little fighter, and I love being here. And I've got two big sisters. I've got Agape and Gaia. I first named him Pluto because, I mean, he was so strong to make it, to get through and survive. But then my daughter said, let's call him Rocky Balboa, the fighter. So he's got two names in actuality. So that's our little Rocky. That's the one we've kept, for those of you that don't know. Thanks so much for your love and your support and your wonderful comments. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Wishing you well, and I'll be back. I'll be back with more. Look after yourselves and be very safe where the challenging astrological aspects are concerned. Everyone, get your foot off the pedal. Stay safe and try not to move around too much. Okay, it's not a time for planning trips. Wait till after the 10th of July. Love and light, and wishing you well. Good luck, everyone. We'll get through this.